There are a couple topics that I want to discuss with you that I've mentioned in my prior videos, and then in my next video, I promise you guys I will be discussing what went into my thought process on finally deciding to purchase my next Hummer H2. Couple red flags I want to quickly discuss. You're checking out an H2 and the current owner is drinking or eating something unhealthy. For example, they're drinking a bottle of Coca-Cola, they're munching on a bag of Doritos. To me, that says, hey, their mind is not running. If this is what they're pumping into their body for fuel, for their mind, if their mind's not running on 100% efficiency, what makes you think that that Hummer H2 is going to be running on 100% efficiency, that it's 100% up to speed? I can't tell you guys enough. All these factors that I've mentioned, I know some of you guys are thinking like, dude, you're taking it way too far. They all play a role. You go to somebody's house and you check out their H2, the yard looks like crap, their garage is a mess, their living room's a mess, their kids are fat, running around the yard, they're undisciplined, the dog's barking, the other vehicles in their driveway are rusted out. What makes you think that that H2 is going to be taken care of? That's not a good look. You find yourself in that environment, all right? You want to get out of there. You come across somebody, again, maybe you're at their home, maybe you're meeting them, they're well dressed, they've got a good smile, their yard is well manicured, all the vehicles at their home are in great shape. They all look brand new. Everyone's friendly, the kids are healthy, the garage is organized, everything looks incredible. To me, that's a great environment to hit the button to buy that H2. Some numbers that I mentioned in prior videos, I said about $3,000. That's what I'd recommend at the minimum to get the H2 back up to speed. Really put some quality parts into the H2. I want to do a slight tweak to that number. I think $3,000 to $5,000 is appropriate. $3,000 to $5,000. Something may pop up where you actually do need a mechanic to get something completed. I get it. So $3,000 to $5,000 is my recommendation. I want to put a big note out there for you guys. Some of you guys are watching my video. You want to buy an H2. These numbers that I've given you, again, I said about $3,000 to $5,000. Sure, there is a little bit of room in there to pay off a mechanic to change something out for you. Understand that number, the majority of that number comes from doing the work yourself. If you're going to go out and you plan on buying an H2 and say, Yellow Blue H2, I like your videos. I don't have time to be working on the engine. I don't have time to be putting a new fuel pump, doing the U-joints. I'm just going to pay someone. That's fine. I get it. But you got to understand that that's going to cost you probably $10,000 to $15,000. Like that oil leak, I saw online that they quoted somebody $1,500. Actually, that's what he paid. It was $1,500 to change or fix the oil leak on the oil pan. Just to put in a new gasket, $1,500. Fuel pump would probably cost you, in parts you're looking at about $350. Plus, you got to get a new tank of gas. That's very important, guys. Big pro tip here. When you do your fuel pump, there's going to be a ton of sediment at the bottom of it. You won't believe, rocks and all types of crap. That ends up in the gas. You don't want to put that gas back into your H2. Dump it, get rid of it, use it for a fire, whatever. You want to put fresh gas in there. So you're looking at $500 for petrol and parts, probably $1,200 to $1,500 in labor. So, there's $3,000 right there. Some things that I've mentioned in the engine bay. You're looking at thousands of dollars easily. I can just think there's $10,000, $15,000 right there. Absolute insane how crazy they'll charge people to do some things that you can do yourself. I know for some of you guys out there, this might be challenging, but you guys can figure it out, trust me. And plus, I'm here to help you. When it comes to the H2, something to keep in mind as well is that You know, if you guys are buying higher mileage H2s, you get around to a transmission rebuild, again, if you're not doing it yourself and you want it done correctly, there's easily $6,000 to $7,000 if you're going to put high quality Sonex parts. So there's $7,000 for the transmission. Fuel pump, we'll say $2,000. Now you're at $9,000. You're missing the rock bars. You're at 8, 9. You need tires. You're at 10, 11. You need mirrors. You're at 12. Before you know it, you got to get oil leak. Now you're at 13.5. Radiator, external transmission cooler. Just doing a tune-up. There's $2,500 in a tune-up. Now you're at what? All this excitement. Now you're at like $16,000. So for some of you guys out there looking at H2s, you may say to yourself, well, I'm going to be buying a $10,000 H2. You went out and you bought a $10,000 H2, and now you just got hit with $16,000 in catch-up maintenance, if not more. So when you're getting these vehicles, you know, if you're watching this mini-series, I do recommend you go through other videos on my channel. It's going to put you in a position to give you a really good idea of what you guys are getting yourselves into.